Mr. Fry, I do have your client here. Mr. Bowerman, thanks for zooming in. Give us just a second.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right, hold on a second. And
Good morning to you both.
good morning to you too. All right, Mr. Malaro, let's take Mr. Bowerman. All right, this is, and just so everybody knows, I have a jury trial today. So everybody's expected to meet with their clients in advance anyway, so we're not going to have a lot of time for breakout rooms. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Gary Scott Bowerman. We have 3 files, 25-22277FH, 25-22242FH, and 25-22243FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Bowerman and Mr. Sneed on behalf of the people. So, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Mr. Bowerman? This is a pretrial. I can't hear you, Mr. Malaro. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your mic's activated now. I'm sorry.
It's IT. They hate me.
I don't think they like you.
I don't think so either. I don't know what I did.
I like
Your Honor, I would
this,
ask for an additional pretrial in this matter. It's my understanding Mr. Bowerman's in a rehab facility. I would like to have him do that, a successful completion. I would note that Mr. Bowerman cleans up very well when he's sober, so that's good.
Yeah.
But that's the basis for my request.
All right. How far out would you like a pretrial?
I think
My
about
next available is actually July 23rd.
I'm not going to be here that day, Judge.
Then I have August 6th.
That would be fine. August 6th is fine.
How much longer do you have left on the inpatient portion, Mr. Bowerman?
Your Honor, I have an option to call today for transitional housing. I talked to Darren Koch yesterday, and he said that that's fine as far, but to bring it up to you guys, you know, but he didn't see a problem with it. But I plan to, if you guys will allow me to do that, I would really greatly appreciate it. I'm in the right place with the right people. And I want to thank you guys all for giving this opportunity. And I promise you, my life depends on this, and I will not let you guys or myself down.
All right. So Mr. Coast has just zoomed in. I would much prefer you do transitional housing out of Lenawee County, because right now I think you're vulnerable. Mr. Coast, Mr. Bowerman said he had spoke with you about potentially engaging in transitional housing. I do think that's probably a very good idea. Mr. Coast, would you like to weigh in?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, Judge. I did speak with him. He did give me a call the other day, and he is still in treatment. So I agree with that.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sneed, do people have any objection?
No, thank you.
All right, so Mr. Bowerman, I'm going to set your next pretrial for August 6th at 8:30. Your bond is requiring that you enter and complete all programming. So that means you stay in transitional housing, that you don't leave, you stay in contact with Mr. Coast. Obviously, any waivers so that he can get verification need to be signed. Right. And I'm really glad that you're doing so well. I knew you were able to do it, and so it's nice to see you actually working so hard.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Malawi, you do the step in order to adjourn with Mr. Sneed's signature.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, he said yes. All right, thanks, Gary Bowerman.
Thanks, guys. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can come on up and I'll take yours next and get on out of here.
What are we trying to do?
Hey, this is Judge Anselone. So I am ready on everybody.
Okay, I'll grab Loftton and then the female, and then I'll start rolling the other males from the top of the list.
Yep, Adams, yep, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. All right, Mr. Murphy, Mr. Malaro, and Mr. Fry, you're the only people with people in custody, so I'm just gonna have them bring them all in. So, let me grab your file. And let's see. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sierra Gibson, file number 25-22225FH. I have Brian Fry appearing on behalf of and Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and Brian Fry appearing on behalf of Miss Gibson. I do have a report from Darren Coast from pretrial services stating that Miss Gibson has been struggling with staying clean. She is regularly testing positive for both alcohol and THC, and her 5/16/25 swab was positive for cocaine, and she failed to appear for her June 5 test. So, Mr. Coast, would it be possible to have her tested today?
Absolutely, Judge. I'll arrange that in the hallway.
Okay, so just go have a seat in the hallway and we're gonna test you, okay? Thank you. Does anybody else in here have a case today? You do. Where are you at? Mr. Stewart, you come on up. All right, this is in the matter, Mr. Malaro of the people of the state of Michigan versus Chad London Stewart, file number 25-22167FH and 25-22168FH. I have Salvatore Malaro present on behalf of the people, and Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Stewart. I do have a letter from Darren Coast, pretrial services coordinator, stating Mr. Stewart has done a great job. His last 22 tests have been negative for all substances, so good job. I know it's hard work. So, Mr. Malaro, this is date and time set for pretrial. How would you like to proceed?
Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you now.
Your Honor, I'd ask to adjourn this matter one additional time, and I'd sit down with the prosecutor and see if this matter can be resolved.
August 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
That should be sufficient time, Your Honor.
Miss Adams, Mr. Stewart is present in person. Could I get a notice of hearing for him?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a notice of hearing. Your next court date is August 6th. Just have a seat behind you on that bench, and we'll give you that, and you can go on your way. All right. Mr. Loftton, let me grab your file.
Can I speak with my attorney too, ma'am?
Well,
Can I speak with Mr. Malaro?
I know, I heard you.
Okay.
I heard you. So again, Mr. Malaro, I know I'm gonna let you speak with them briefly, but we have a jury trial today, and I know that you know, and I'm sure you do, meet with your clients in advance. So I'm gonna give you a couple minutes, but that's all I can give you today. So open that breakout room. So Mr. Loftton, you are in jail Zoom 8. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Malaro, go ahead and join the breakout room. Like just a few minutes. Okay, so I have someone, where to go? David Michael, what's your last name, David Michael?
Bunker.
I don't have your attorney yet, so I'm going to change your name so it reflects your first. Mr. Malaro, did I open the breakout room?
I didn't get a notice, Judge. I'm looking.
I probably did somebody else, so. One
Yeah, I don't
second,
see it.
okay, hold on. I put them in the wrong, somebody else in that room, but they're in the waiting room, so they can't join it. Now, did you get an invite? Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Walker, I'm going to change your name
Okay.
to reflect your last name is Walker. And then I'm gonna put Michael Dagger Margosian's initials after it. And so I will pop you in the waiting room. He goes to Judge Olsaver's court first, and then he'll be back with us, all right? All right, you're just here to watch, right? Which case is it again? Say it again? Okay. All right, so what do we call it? Jail. So many jail rooms. All right, I have a gentleman just walked in and sat down in jail Zoom 3. What is your name, sir?
Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Washington.
Okay, all right, let me grab your file because you are an extradition. Okay, so hold on 1 second. All right, so let me look here in the file. Did they give you waiver forms to look at?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. All right, so Mr. Washington, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus, is it Devon?
Devon.
Devon, okay. So Devon Washington, and our file is file number 25-22290AX. So Mr. Washington, this is an extradition hearing, which is a proceeding to determine whether you wish to waive your right of extradition. Extradition is a proceeding to return you to another state in which a warrant has been issued for your arrest for the commission of a felony. It is in effect a demand by another state for your surrender and to return to that state to face the crime with which you are charged. You are charged by warrant from the state of Ohio, Lucas County, with the charge of felonious assault F2, felony 2, which is a felony in the state of Ohio. You do not have to waive your right to extradition. You can require that the governor of the state of Ohio make demand upon the governor of Michigan for a warrant for extradition. We cannot, in this court or in the state of Michigan, determine the truth or the falsity of the charges made against you, sir. You do have the right to demand and procure legal counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, we will appoint you one at county expense just for the purposes of the extradition hearing. If you or your attorney wish to test the legality of your arrest, you may apply within a reasonable time for a writ of habeas corpus, which is a writ that by which your custodian is required to bring you before the court for the purpose of having a hearing to determine the legality of your arrest. Do you understand the rights that I've just told you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, I have one
Okay, I know you probably, do you have one here for the extradition or one in Ohio?
in Ohio.
Okay, so I'm just asking, do you want an attorney just for this extradition hearing?
No.
Okay, all right. Do you want to waive your right to extradition to a writ of habeas corpus and to an attorney and go voluntarily to the state of Ohio to face the charges made against you in that state?
Yes.
Okay, can you sign and date each of those right in the middle, it'll have where you can date it and sign it. And today is June 11 of 2025.
Yeah.
All right, all set, Mr. Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll sign, Mr. Washington.
Ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear that the signing of those papers is your free act and deed for the purpose of waiving extradition?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. Washington. They'll bring those over to me to sign. Toledo really picks up quickly, so they should pick you up fairly quickly, all right? I wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Malaro, I have Mr. Loftton back. How do you wish to proceed today?
Your Honor, this is a review and it's frustrating because I think he's been in the jail now for like 10 months. And the forensic center keeps telling us they don't have a bed for him to be restored to competency. And I don't know what the court can do to maybe get the forensic center to do something. Maybe get him reassessed. I don't know what to do here.
All right, Mr. Sneed and Mr. Hartung, I'm not quite sure. I mean, this has been a difficult issue for the last 2 years. So how would you recommend we proceed? It's not fair to Mr. Loftton to be sitting in the jail when he's been found incompetent. Do we show cause the forensic center, the warden? I mean, I guess I'm asking how we proceed at this point, because at some point it becomes inhumane.
How long has it been since he was found incompetent?
I think it's been about, I think he's been in about 10 months.
It's been 10 months since he was found incompetent? They still can't find him a bed?
Months ago.
So I have a letter dated November 25 of 24 finding him incompetent and restorable. So I don't know. Do I show cause the warrant? Do I, or the warden, the forensic center, the Michigan Department of Corrections, Department of Health and Human Services?
No,
I know this is.
No updates from them as to when a bed will be available?
No, they're just waiting.
Let me look. We have an March of this year. Says progress report. Just that he remains incompetent.
So they actually met with him again, Sam?
Said they had an interview with him on March 27th. It lasted 30 minutes.
I guess I would suggest we have some sort of hearing. This is not my case, so you know, it's not my file, but some sort of hearing that would involve someone at the forensic center that they can come up with an alternative for this gentleman.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Malaro, I'll find out. Is this your file, Mr. Sneed? I'm never sure which prosecutor has a file.
Yes, it is, Judge. So just to remind the court, the statutory 15-month date, which the legislature allows someone to remain incarcerated for 15 months, is March 17th of 2026. But I would have no objection to the court or take no position if it wants to show cause the forensic center.
And I understand the statutory limit. Well, that's like, he hasn't even gone there yet. So, I mean, I have kind of take issue with that if they think that's appropriate, but I think what we can do is subpoena somebody from there for a hearing or show cause them. I'm fine either way. So why don't I have a meeting, Mr. Malaro, with you and Mr. Sneed when we get a break, okay?
Are you saying set up a bench conference, Judge, or today do a meeting?
We'll try to talk today, if not,
Okay.
a bench
Okay, that's
conference,
fine.
but I'm gonna set this out to July 16. And like I said, I'll talk with you guys later and we'll try to figure out how to do a hearing and have someone here who can explain to us something. All right, Mr. Loftton, I'll see you back by July 16th, if not sooner, all right?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You
Judge.
said Adams, right? All right, Mr. Adams, Mr. Adams, wave at me. I've got so many people from the jail right now. There you are. Okay. So, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lewis Alfred Adams Jr. We have file number 24-21947 FH, 24-21948 FH, 24-21949 FH, 24-22011 FH, and 24-22012 FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, Brian Fry appearing on behalf of Mr. Adams. Are you his mom? Mr. Adams, I just want you to know your mom is present in the courtroom on behalf of you. So we have a letter dated May 19 of 2025 from the State of Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Center for Forensic Psychiatry, stating that Mr. Adams was evaluated on was seen for evaluation relative to criminal responsibility on May 16. The evaluation order was signed by me in November. This letter is to update you that their evaluation is in progress and they're reviewing collateral records, and we have requested but not yet received additional records from outside agencies. Following review of these records and completion of the evaluation, I will submit my report promptly. I anticipate submission of my report within 8 weeks of the date of this letter. So that was May 19. So that would take us to June 19. We should receive a report. So I have July 23rd. You're not available. Let's do July 16, Mr. Fry. We should have it by then, right?
That'll work.
Okay, so I will set a pretrial for July 16 at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Fry, can you do the step in order to adjourn on these files?
Yes, I can do that.
Right.
Mr. Sneed, could I sign your name with permission?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Adams. All right, so Mr. Fry, is that all you have with me today?
I have Sierra Gibson, who was doing a test with Mr. Coates.
Okay, yeah. She's somewhere, okay. Mr. Coast, did she test?
Judge, she did test. She was positive for THC. She did provide me with a email from a doctor that states that she was recently approved for a medical marijuana card. But all
Do you know
other
where
stuff-
she is?
I actually told her to have a seat in the courtroom. She's probably out in the hallway.
No. Somebody came in, but it wasn't her. Hi, what's your name? Say it again. Do you have court today?
Judge Coleman should be over in Judge Olsavers.
You're next door. Thank you. All right, all right, so come back up, Miss Gibson. All right. All right, so let me find Miss Gibson's file. All right, so we're back on the record with Miss Gibson. So go ahead, Mr. Mr. Coast, would you repeat that again?
Yeah, Judge, she did drug tests. She was positive for only THC. She did provide me with a email, it looked like from a doctor, that states that she was recently approved for a medical marijuana card. So I asked her to forward me that email. But that was the only substance she was positive for.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Fry, how would you like to proceed today?
Your Honor, we would plead not guilty, I think, to the contempt. We would ask the court to set a new pretrial in this case, to allow for continued discussions with the prosecutor, Mr. Hartung, about potential resolving this case.
Mr. Hartung?
That's fine.
So, Ms. Adams, I'm gonna need a notice of hearing. Mr. Fry, are you available July 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Hartung?
Yes, that's fine, Your Honor.
Ms. Adams, Ms. Gibson, Sierra Gibson is in the courtroom, and I was wondering if I could get a notice of hearing for pretrial for July 23rd at 8:30.
Our mine court is down right now, Judge. I'm sorry.
Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna hand write one for her.
Your Honor, actually, I'm not available July 23rd. Sorry about that. I just looked and apparently I'm out of the office. I didn't realize that.
August 6th,
That'll work.
Mr. Hartung?
One moment. That is fine. Yes, thank you.
All right, Ms. Adams, if you want to grab this, you can make a copy for her. So, Ms. Gibson, I want to talk to you about a couple things, all right? We run recovery courts here, and we spend a lot of time training and working with people with addiction issues. And what we have found is that people who continue to use marijuana will eventually relapse into using different controlled substances. And there are other ways to treat medical issues, but, you know, you're on a risky path if, you know, you're continuing to use some altering substances that could cause you to have a relapse for other controlled substances, all right?
Yes.
Tuesday 11th. All right, I'm gonna give her a scheduling order and we'll send copies out to you and just keep up with your testing, okay? If you need other assistance, we give that. Like if you need inpatient, you need outpatient, Mr. Coast can help you with any services you need, okay? All right, thank you. Have a seat right behind you and we'll get you a copy of that notice, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Adams, you're all set. You can go.
I think.
Bye-bye. All right, so, let's see. Jail Zoom 4, give me your name, please.
William Powers, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but, all right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus William Mitchell Powers, file number 24-22033FC. I have, where's my prosecutor? Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Powers. Mr. Murphy, how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Mr. Powers?
Your Honor, this was scheduled as a final pretrial because we had a trial scheduled for later in the month previously, but that was adjourned at my request because of the necessity of having a DNA expert. So at this point, I did want to place on the record that there was an offer that Ms. Meir had communicated.
So, Mr. Murphy, let me interrupt you, and I don't think I've ever said this to you in your entire life, but you're not very loud.
Whoa, that's weird. How about now?
I know. So maybe get closer to the mic or something.
Hold on a second. Can you hear me now?
Is that better, Ms. Spade?
No, that's about the same. I think.
It's about the same.
How about now?
No?
I can hear it. It's just garbage.
It's kind of like, it's soft and it's
Is that
not
any better?
recording. That's, say it again.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so this was scheduled for a final pretrial because there was a trial date scheduled for later in the month that has been moved though to August for a 3-day trial. So I just wanted to place on the record today that there was an offer that Ms. Meir communicated to me on Monday. I haven't had a chance to go talk to Mr. Powers about that offer. So I was going to ask, I don't know if there is one, but could we have just a final pretrial scheduled sometime before that August trial date? Just because I don't know if one was put on the docket or not near that time.
So his trial set for August 5. I can set a final pretrial for July 23rd.
Can we just do that, please, Your Honor?
Yeah, July 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. Can you do the notice of hearing
Yes, Your Honor.
or stip an order to adjourn? What was the plea offer made?
Well, Ms. Meir communicated on Monday an offer of 2 CSC thirds. So again, I haven't had a chance to talk to Mr. Powers about that at all, so.
All right. Okay, very good. All right, so Mr. Murphy's going to do the pretrial notice or stip an order to adjourn for July 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Powers, he will head over to see you, all right? All right. Thank you, Mr. Powers. You're all set.
Thank you, Mr. Powers. See you soon.
Okay, so I have a gentleman in yellow at the jail. What's your name?
James Rener.
Oh. All right, so this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus James Vernon Rener. We have 4 files, 21-20539 FH, 22-21119 FH, 22-21120 FH, and 25-22223 FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Rener. And I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time set for a pretrial on both the new file as well as the violation of probations and contempt of courts. So, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed today?
Your Honor, I'm going to ask to adjourn this matter briefly. I thought we had this resolved, but apparently we didn't. And I've been out of the office late last week and until today. So I'd like to go talk to Mr. Sneed and then see if we can get this resolved.
All right, I can set this over to July 9 at 8:30 in the morning for all 4 files. Can you do the stip in order to adjourn?
I will, Your Honor, and if we get it resolved before that, we'll let the court know.
That would be great, and I'd rather, it's a bunch of files, so you can bring them in on a day, not a Wednesday. So, Mr. Rener, I'll see you back in 2 weeks, all right? Thank you. All right, now I have a young lady at the jail. What is your name?
Well,
Say it again.
Macy Wilt.
All right, let me grab your file. Let's walk her. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Macy Alexandra Wilt. Sorry. Number 25-22131 FH and Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Ms. Wilt. And I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. We have a pretrial on the underlying charges as well as failure to appear for a pretrial on March 19 of 25 and failing to drug screen on February 13, March 9, and March 11 of 25. And as I said, the pretrial on the underlying file. So, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Ms. Wilt?
I know you gave a trial, but I have a note that there's a note I looked at this morning that says she was approved for recovery court. And if I could do a breakout with her real quick and then maybe get a plea on.
Okay. I don't know if she's been approved. I don't have that information. She may very well have. Mr. Malaro, I'll give you just 2 minutes in a breakout room. I know we have a jury trial, and so I'm not able to give people time to talk with their clients. So let me find you, and ma'am, you're in LCJ. Go ahead and open that. Okay. There you go. Join the breakout room.
Thank you, Judge.
Yep. I know Ms. Underwood, Mr. Glazier, and Mr. Deger-Margosian, just a heads up. I, always expect you to meet with your clients in advance. We have a jury trial today, so I'm not giving out too many breakout rooms. So, Mr. Daniels, let me find you. Mr. Murphy represents Mr. Daniels. So, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Caleb Robert Daniels, We have probation violations on file number 23-21311 FH, 23-21356 FH, and then a pretrial on file number 24-22081 FH, and 25-22256 FH. I know that I had a bench conference with the attorneys on this file, and am I missing one? No, I think I got it. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people and Matt Murphy appearing on behalf of the defendant. So how would you like to proceed today?
Can you hear me okay? Is it working now?
Yeah, much better, much better.
All right, so Mr. Daniels asking for the court to set trial on the matter. I didn't know, in regards to the probation violations, he ultimately wanted to take responsibility, but I didn't know if the court wanted to do that today or if the court wanted to do that at the final pretrial before the trial. Now, I think it would be a one-day jury trial on the UDAA, the older file. I'm trying to pull out that file number right now. Would that
Ms.
be
Adams, are you in your office? Okay.
Judge, I'm in my office.
So you can either bring me the book or I need a one-day trial date.
And that would be on file 2422081FH, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That's the file number for the older one, the UDAA. And then we just ask for a pre-trial for the other file that we set on the same day.
Yep, I will do that. All right. So my next trial date will be, is it a short one-day trial or a long one-day trial? Like, would a Wednesday be all right, Mr. Murphy?
Probably.
All right, let me see here. All right,
Would you agree, Mr. Sneed?
What?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I have August 27 available.
That would work for myself, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's fine for the table, Judge. I'd just like to state on record, we're revoking all prior offers now that this case is scheduled for trial.
Okay. Is it available to the end of today?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Daniels, I want to go through your files with you a little bit. So you have 2 probation violation files, and part of the plea offer is that you would receive a county jail term on both of those that would run concurrent with any prison term you would receive on the other files. So your guidelines on those files, let me see here, were, let me pull up your guidelines. So your original sentencing guidelines were, hold on. Right there. Looking for your, should be. Well, usually they're right there in the file, so let me find them. Not quite sure. So understand that I think on one of these you had prison guidelines. Mr. Jones, are you able to? I'm not finding the guidelines in the file, which doesn't mean anything, but
You looking for on the original PSI, Judge?
I don't have the original. Yeah, what were the guidelines on the 2 violations, the 23 files?
is that the uttering counterfeit notes?
There's an uttering and publishing and controlled substances and RNOs.
I got a 0 to 17 on the uttering. Let me go back to a different program. The 20 is what?
23-21311 and 23-21356. I'm pretty sure like the 21356 would have been low guidelines because it's just RNOs and possession.
Yeah, in the uttering it showed 0 to 17.
Okay, so Mr. Daniels, let's talk about this plea offer. So the plea offer was you would receive a jail term on your violation of probations. And then on the new files, let's see, on the 25-22256FH file, you are charged with police officer fleeing third degree, all right? So that's a fleeing offense, and that's a 5-year felony. And if you get convicted at trial on that file, because you have a 4th offense notice, you will serve life in prison. If you get convicted because you have 3 prior felonies. So under the Michigan law, habitual offender 4th offense notice, if you get convicted of that 5-year fleeing, you are looking at life in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, and then on the other file, 25-22, no, that's Miss Wilt. On the other file, which is 24-220, wait, yeah, 81, which is your older file, which would be the first one set for trial. You have a motor vehicle, unlawful driving away, and larceny, 200 or more, but less than 1,000. So that larceny is a misdemeanor offense, but the unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle is a 5-year felony. So once again, you have a 4th offense notice. So if you go to jury trial, and I'm not saying you'll be found guilty because I don't know anything about the case, but if you are, you're also looking at life on that offense. And understand, this would all stack on any probation violation time you serve, because you're not getting any credit if you go to MDOC. So, you know, the plea offer is plead to count 1 on 1. And I think that on the 24 file, or my notes say, Mr. Murphy, what is the plea offer? Plead guilty to count 1 on the, let's see.
It was dismissed, the UDAA, plead guilty to the larceny, 200 to 1,000 on that file. The criminal cost, okay? And then on the fleeing and eluding, it was plead as charged, the fleeing with a 3rd habitual. Sentence agreement by the prosecution would be for 36 months. No objection to boot camp after 18 months.
Okay, so I'm just making sure, Mr. Daniels, because, you know, we have been in recovery court for a long time together, that you understand the plea offer is you're going to do 36 months, you get released to boot camp after 18 months. I know, I'm telling you because I don't want you to come back and tell me you didn't understand this. So if you get convicted at trial, you're looking at up to 25 years in prison. So you need to understand that. So you guys have got to the end of the day, and then that plea offer is being withdrawn. And if that plea offer gets withdrawn, Mr. Sneed is not going to offer it again. And then you're looking at life in prison if you get convicted. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
Do you want to talk to your attorney?
I would like to speak with the courts and speak on record, Your Honor, if that's possible.
I don't want you to talk about the case because anything you say.
It's not about the case.
But if you want to have a moment to talk to your attorney, go ahead. But, you know, anything you say could be used against you in trial, and I want to make sure that you don't do anything like that. So I'll give you a quick breakout with Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on, I just did the wrong one. Hold on. So I will give you a quick breakout room with Mr. Murphy. But like I said, I'm making sure you understand this because I don't want you to come back and tell me, you know, you didn't. Okay, because I know that Mr. Murphy has explained it to you really well. Let's see, Matt Murphy, jail room 6. Okay, something's going on with my Zoom. Okay, go ahead and join that breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, we got Miss Wilt back. Let me find Miss Wilt. All right, so we're back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Macy Wilt. Miss Wilt is represented by Mr. Malaro. So Mr. Malaro, how do you want to proceed today?
Your Honor, I ask to adjourn this matter briefly. So I can track down the recovery court acceptance and then find out what the plea offer is going to be and get this done. I explained to Miss Wilt that if we get that all resolved, like tomorrow or Friday, the court's pretty good about bringing people in.
Mr.
So that's my request.
Sneed, is there a plea offer already?
I don't see one in the file. I'd ask Mr. Malaro to follow up with Ms. McClure.
Okay. All right. So in light of that, I'm going to set this out to July 9th. And I do greatly appreciate it, Mr. Malaro, when you bring them in early to get a plea on a day that's not a Wednesday. So July 9 at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Malaro, you can do this in order to adjourn. All right. Can you sign your name, Mr. Sneed?
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, please.
All right. Thanks, Miss Wilt. Okay. Daniels. Mr. Degemer goes in. I have Mr. Walker here at 8 o'clock. So do you want to take care of him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't have a file on him. Becky, did I give you Walker back?
Hello.
Hi, hold on one second. Okay, this is in the matter. There were 3 files and did I lose them? I might have given them back to you, Miss Adams. Yeah, Dan. Sorry.
Your Honor, I know breaker rooms are tight right now, but
Mr. Malaro, he's in a, Mr. Malaro? Mr.
Yes,
Malaro?
Judge. Yes, Your Honor.
Judge Olsaver wondered if you had a minute to pop down there.
Okay, are you, I think I'm done. I don't think I have anything further. Is that right?
Okay. I'll track you down if I find something else. Thank you.
No. Okay, thanks, Judge.
Thanks. All right, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus David Michael Walker, file number 25-22165FH, 25-22215FH, 25-22226FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Michael Degemer-Margosian appearing on behalf of Mr. Walker. This is the date and time set for a pretrial conference in this matter. Mr. Degemer-Margosian, I do have a letter from pretrial services. Mr. Coast was kind enough to give us this, indicating that Mr. Walker has successfully completed residential treatment at Salvation Army Harbor Light. He is elected to stay in-house for another 5 weeks, which is a good idea, Mr. Walker, at all times. Should he leave their facility, he will need to be placed back on the 2 times a week drug testing. So, Mr. Walker, good decision, because it never hurts to stay as long as you can. So, Mr. Degemer-Margosian, how would you like to proceed with Mr. Walker?
Your Honor, Mr. Hartung and I had agreed that if Mr. Walker completes in-house treatment, that the offer would be 3 counts of controlled substance possession and no jail if he completes that program. It sounds like he has. So if that's, I know that Mr. Sneed is covering for.
Well, Mr. Hartung's here.
Okay. Oh, there he is. All right. So if that's the case, and if Mr. Walker wants to move forward with that, that's what's on the table at this point.
So, Mr. Hartung, it's the offer is for pleading guilty to 1 count of possession on each of the files?
That's my understanding, Your Honor. And Mr. Sneed has a couple of these files too he can weigh in on. But yes, on my file, which is the one that ends in 25 FH, he would be allowed to plead to count 3, and the remaining counts would be dismissed at sentencing.
Mr. Sneed, what about the file ending in 20 or 65? Is there a plea offer on that file?
I have file ending 26.
Well, I have 3 files. So I have file number 25-22165. Mr. Hartung said he had 25-22215 FH, right, Mr. Hartung?
25 FH.
Oh,
Yeah, Judge, I think if we could just have like maybe a week or 2, we can reduce this to writing.
okay,
so
because I don't have a file.
we're all on the same
ending in
page because we're not
25.
writing.
I have a file ending in 65, 15, and 26. So why don't I set this over to my next available is July 23rd. So Mr. Walker, I'm going to set a pretrial for July 23rd. You'll still be there, so that's great. And you can zoom back in July 23rd at 8:30 in the morning, and we'll get this plea offer in writing. All right, Mr. Walker?
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Good luck.
You too. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you. All right, so we are back with Mr. Daniels. So, Mr. Murphy, how do you wish to proceed today?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Daniels wanted to say something real quick on the record, then we can proceed.
Is it appropriate? You have no
Yeah,
objection to him making?
I have no objection to what he wants to say.
All right, Mr. Daniels?
Your Honor, I just want to first and foremost thank the recovery court. I know this isn't just about the recovery court, but you guys have offered me a lot of help. And with that being said, Your Honor, I was under the impression that next time I would be considered into the RAP program. That's what I was told. I understand that that's not set in stone, right? But to my from my understanding, that's what I was told. And then it's back and forth between no RAP program to prison to, the prison sentence being, the high end of my guidelines, which I understand, I made a lot of mistakes, Your Honor, and I'm not speaking on my cases. I'm speaking on past, situations. Your Honor, I'd be willing to get this matter resolved if we can get some type of RAP program or 3 Rivers probation probation center, or whatever the case may be, a prison preventative program, one more step before that situation. I feel like we're not getting anywhere with the plea deals. I would like to save the court some time and get this matter resolved if we can get, situated to the RAP program. But if that can't happen, Your Honor, I have no other choice.
So, Mr. Daniels, my intention with your violation of probations, most definitely because of the guidelines, was to send you to RAP. Because I have thrown every service, every opportunity at you and chased you for years, worrying, and with the whole crew, worrying that you're the body that's going to be found the next morning. And then you committed a new offense. So, we're here because you allegedly committed all these new offenses. So while you were on probation, you absconded from me and treatment and everything else. And then on October 12 of 24, it's alleged that you committed a motor vehicle and a larceny. So, and you then on April 4 of 25 are alleged to have committed another fleeing 3rd degree. So yeah, eventually originally I wanted you to go to RAP, but you kind of dug yourself into a hole now, and the prosecutor will not agree to that. And your guidelines are high enough that, unfortunately, this is where we're at. But there is, Mr. Murphy did talk him down to boot camp being eligible after 18 months. So, it'd be MDOC for 18 months with some credit, and then I don't know what your credit would be if I gave you jail term, but there will be some credit and then you can go to boot camp. So I don't care. I don't care if you take the plea offer or not, because I would never force anybody to take the plea offer. But, you know, I just want you to understand, if you get convicted, you are looking at life.
I understand that, Your Honor. Is there any way we can just proceed with the violations today, Your Honor, and get this over with violations?
I think that, let me double check. Let me see here. Let's see. Mr. Jones, will there be new violations on his new offenses?
Yeah, I mean, Judge, if he's found guilty, that's a non-technical violation of probation. I'm not the agent on the case, but by the letter of the probation terms, yeah, that is another violation that can be brought against him.
So, you know, Mr. Murphy, there could be another violation. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter whether he pleads today or he pleads later.
Well, again, if you can have those final pre-trial on the underlying case.
So, Mr. Daniels, do you have a full understanding of all the charges against you and the maximum penalties?
I do, Your Honor.
And you understand the full risk if you go to trial and are convicted, you're looking at life in prison?
I understand that, Your Honor.
Versus the plea offer that would make you eligible for boot camp, which is a 90-day program after serving 18 months in MDOC with credit for this time.
I understand that, Your Honor.
And you understand if you get convicted at trial, credit would not be applicable depending on how you are sentenced.
I understand that too, Your Honor.
Okay, and you understand Mr. Sneed is withdrawing the plea today, and I can't make him give it back to you.
I understand that completely.
Okay, so do you want to plead today or do you want to go to trial?
I would like to plead to my violations, Your Honor, please.
Well, I'm not going to take your plea on your violations today. I'm talking about your new files.
No, absolutely not.
Your Honor, there's one thing, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I think there's one thing that Mr. Daniels has an understanding of, and myself, I think the court needs to clarify for this in regards to that mentioned RAP program. Mr. Daniels of the understanding, as well as am I guess, that is something that's at the prerogative of the court. Is the court saying that can only be ordered with the approval of the prosecutor, or the prosecutor
No, no, because I can't give it depending on his guidelines and the offense. So, you know, now that he's got all these new charges, it's not going to happen.
Well, all right, Your Honor, thank you. Just want clarification for that.
All right, so I'm going to set this for jury trial on August 27 of 2025 at 10:30 in the morning, and that will be on file number 25-22226 FH. And I will set the others for pretrial along with this file on August 13. Understand, Mr. Daniels, there will be other violation of probations pending if you are convicted. So understand on both your files there will be those. That is MDOC protocol. So you had your hand up, Mr. Daniels?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have them files mixed up, Your Honor. I'm asking to go to jury trial on the 24 file.
You don't get a jury trial on a violation of probation.
No, the UDAA is last year, Your Honor.
That's the 24-22081 FH. That's the older file, the UDAA.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. You understand whether or not you think you can beat that file? The plea offer is for all files and off the table today.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right, yeah, that would be the 24th file, 22081 FH. All right, and we'll set pretrials for all files on August 13 of 2025. I'm going to make August 13 the deadline for all motions and motions in limine. And then I'm going to require that all jury instructions be provided to the court by August 8. I expect the attorneys to meet and work through the jury instructions. I also require any voir dire questions to be provided by August 8th so we can review them at the pretrial. The deadline for the plea offer passes by 4:30 today, according to the prosecutor's office. And we will see you back then. Thank you.
Got to add that final pretrial date again.
August 13 at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Are there prelim transcripts that need to be ordered, Mr. Murphy?
Didn't we already? I thought we already requested them. I guess that.
You may have. Did you have a prelim
We did, Your Honor.
on the 25 files?
They'll need to be requested if we didn't do that already.
So I have a prelim transcript on the 24 file. I do not have the 25, so you might need to put a request in. Or you did do a prelim on the 25 file?
No, we did not do a prelim on the fleeing case, just the UDA case.
Your Honor,
To be
could the
honest,
people
Mr.
request it?
Daniels, with your credit, the RAP program's a long program too. That's a year program or more. So, you know, a little bit of this or a little bit of that. Mr. Sneed, what did you say?
Your Honor, I was requesting a copy of the transcript in the 2024 case if Mr. Murphy could share that.
Yeah, it's in the file. I didn't know if you, I thought you guys were able to just pull it, so. Okay, I mean, I thought it was in your database. All right, anything else, Mr. Daniels?
Yes, Your Honor, I would just like some information on why I can't plead to my violations today. I understand everything that's been said. And it's my, you know, I want to plead to my violations today, if that is possible, please. I understand that I might get violated again if I get found guilty. I understand everything that's been said. You know, I'd like to get these violations over with and take responsibility for something I actually did do. And I did not, you know, I did not comply with probation. I understand that I violated. If I could please take.
Mr. Daniels, if you want to, you understand you're gonna probably get violated again, and okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Daniels, on file number 23-21311 FH. Mr. Daniels, it is alleged that you have violated the terms of your probation in that you have failed to report on your scheduled report day on February 4 of 2025 and any time thereafter. So, at the time, this was a technical probation violation, but because of the length of time you were gone, it became a non-technical violation. So do you understand if you plead on this violation of probation, the maximum penalty for this offense could be up to, let me find it here, felony information. And you have like so many violations on this file, so hold on. You pled to uttering, let me see here. Here's the underlying file. Hold on, I just need your felony information. Guidelines were 0 to 17. And you pled to uttering publishing, which I believe carries a maximum penalty, if I remember, of 14 years. Or no, it's counterfeit bills. So the maximum penalty on this file could be up to 5 years in prison. You can put your hand down. So you understand the maximum penalty on that file could be up to 5 years in prison?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, and then on file number 23-21356 FH, You are currently on probation for, hold on. Let's see. All right, the violation on that one is also failure to report February 4 of 25 or any time thereafter, which at the time was a technical violation, but is now a non-technical violation. And the implication of that is maximum penalty is different. So I technically can give you the max on your sentence. And you were on probation for controlled substance, possession of cocaine, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison. And I think that's it on that file. So the maximum penalty if you plead guilty on each of these files could be up to 4 years or 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, now I know that we've talked ad nauseum about the penalties and your options. So you've had ample time to speak with your attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with him as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand that you have a right to contest the violation of probation charge and to have a trial on it?
Yes, I understand. That's unnecessary.
Do you understand throughout the trial you will be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven by a preponderance of the evidence?
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
You have a right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, to have your lawyer ask those witnesses questions, or you may ask them yourself, and to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at the trial. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You do not have to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold it against you in any way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
On the other hand, do you understand that you have a right to testify at your trial if you want to testify?
Yes, I understand that as well, Your Honor.
All right. How do you plead to the charge that you violated the terms of probation on each file by failing to report on February 4 of 25 or any time thereafter?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up your right to a trial on this?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Has anything been promised to you to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty?
No, they have not, Your Honor.
If I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty?
It is, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Daniels, you were, as a term of your probation, you were ordered to report as often as required, right?
That is correct.
And on this case, you have well over like 5 or 6 violations on each file previously, but on this one, did you fail to report on February 4 of 2025 on each of your probation terms?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, and you knew you were required to report, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, has, accept a plea, it has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights and he does have competent counsel. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. Mr. Murphy, if he gets an MDOC sentencing on these files, his new files would stack on those. So when would you like me to set him for sentencing? Next week? Or the week after, I mean?
I guess. Yeah, if you could, Your Honor. That'd be okay.
I think my next violation of probation sentencings are June. No, I'm not doing that. June 18th is going to be really ugly. So I'm going to set him for sentencing on June 26th at 8:15 in the morning on
Yes, Your
the
Honor.
violation of probations. So June 26th at 8:15. And Mr. Daniels, someone from the Department of Corrections will come over and meet with you and do a pre-sentence report or probation violation report. Be truthful with them about these events. Don't talk about the new events. Talk about the violation of probation. And we will see you back on June 26th at 8:15 in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, Mr. Daniels.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, we'll talk to you later
Mr.
today,
Daniels,
okay?
you want to appear via Zoom?
For sentencing, Your Honor,
Yes.
I'd like to be in person if that is possible, Your Honor.
Okay. Yep, I can put you down in person. Thank you.
Thank you. You said you'd be over today, Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, I'll talk to you today, okay?
Sounds
As soon as I
good.
can
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So let's go back. Daniels. Mr. Brandt, Isom. All right, hold on, we're narrowing down here. Calvin Isom, why don't you start your audio and your video, please? Miss Underwood, find out who this is, but I don't have anybody. All right, I have somebody, come on, join. Mr. Isom is not connected to audio, so let me send a request to connect to audio. All right, I have sent a chat to Mr. Isom that states you need to connect your audio. Please tap, click, or join the audio icon at the bottom of your screen on a phone or tablet. Hover your mouse over the bottom portion of your screen. All right, so I have somebody on a Samsung device. Ma'am, what's your name?
Jamie Heimerdinger.
All right, so this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jamie Heimerdinger, file number 21-20407FH. So, Ms. Underwood, I have your name on the docket, but I have Matthew Murphy on the file. So are you the attorney, Ms. Underwood?
I believe I am, Your Honor.
All right. So this is the date and time set for a pretrial on a probation of violation. So, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Ms. Heimerdinger?
Your Honor, there are fines and costs owed on this file of some $948, I believe. I would like an adjournment for a couple weeks to see what kind of inroads Ms. Heimerdinger can make on those.
All right. I think I'm done with all the jail windows. You want me to close them all out? No, he's gonna do it anyway. All right. So, Ms. Underwood, my next available pretrial is, let's do August 13. Are you available August 13, Ms. Underwood? All right, Ms. Heimerdinger, I'm going to set this over to August 13 at 8:30 in the morning. Get all that paid off, hopefully. And Ms. Underwood, because it's a VOP, we do the notice. All right?
Yep.
All right, you're all set, Ms. Heimerdinger. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Ms. Underwood.
August 13th, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so in the matter of people of the state of Michigan versus Mr. Isom is disconnected, Mr. Brandt, so I'm waiting for him to log back in. All right, so in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Michael Johnson, file number 25-22185FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Johnson. I have a stip in order to adjourn that set for today's date. Ms. Underwood, was that notice sent to your client?
I believe it was, Your Honor.
All right.
Let me
look. This is the second pretrial on this. I know we mailed the notice out for the first one, and your office would have mailed it out for today's date.
Mr. Johnson usually does not miss court, Your Honor.
Well, do you want to take a moment and try to find him?
I will see what.
Okay. Mr. Isom, do you want to go ahead and start your audio and your video? John Glazier.
There we go. Sorry about that, Your Honor.
It's okay. John, what are you here for?
Joel Orozco.
I don't have Joel Orozco today. So I don't know. Does anybody want to look up Joel Orozco?
That's all right. I got it by mistake. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Isom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Calvin Tyler Isom, file number 25-22248FH. Mr. Isom is represented by Alfred Brandt, and I thought I had Douglas Hartung on this file. Mr. Hartung, is this yours or is it yours, Mr. Sneed?
What's the
it's Mr. Baynetto's.
Yeah, it's not mine.
So I don't have Mr. Baynetto at all, so who's going to cover today?
I will.
Okay, so I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Mr. Brandt, this is a date and time set for a first pretrial in this matter. So how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Mr. Isom?
So, Your Honor, I did talk to the prosecutor the other day. We have a 2-count information in this file. Mr. Isom has 2 files pending in district court. Mr. Murphy represents him on those. What we're trying to do is do a global resolution of all 3 files. We have made some progress, but we don't have that all done yet.
How far would you like this adjourned to?
Calvin, when is your preliminary exam set in district court?
July 11th.
So sometime after July 11, Your Honor.
All right, how about July 23rd? Are you available that day, Mr. Brandt?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Isom, write it down. July 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Brandt, can you do a stipend order to adjourn? And Mr. Sneed, can you sign your name with permission?
Yes, please.
All right, very good. All right,
I can
you guys.
do that, Your Honor. Calvin, I'll send you a notice.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye. All right, Miss Underwood, Mr. Johnson, were you able to reach him, or would you like me to put this out 2 weeks,
Your
or what
Honor,
would you like?
just to make sure, I tried to reach Mr. Johnson earlier this week, and the number says not available. And it said that again this morning, Your Honor. I do have that the notice was mailed out to him. I'm not sure where he is, Your Honor. I would ask perhaps we set it for a couple weeks from now and see if we can get him in here.
Right, so Mr. Sneedy does not have a history of failing to appear, it doesn't look like, and it also looks like
He did fail to appear back in April, Judge.
oh. So I guess he failed to appear in April too. Good memory, Mr. Sneed. So in light of that, I'm probably going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest and set bond in the amount of 10,000 cash surety.
Can there be a 48-hour hold on that, Your Honor?
I'm required by law to hold them for 48 hours. Yep, I don't issue them. And I sign them in 48 hours. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I do believe that this concludes our criminal docket, except for my criminal jury trial. Mr. Hartung, did you have, oh, he's gone. All right. So